So I just want you guys to buckle up, brace yourselves.
Okay.
Before we get into the top 5, I got to throw out an honorable mention. The Chicago Bears. They were in the top spot of my power rankings in week 14. Had to drop them outside of the top 5, even though they lost to another team inside of the top 5 because of the competition that's in the power rankings. But make no mistake, just because they're not in my top 5 doesn't mean I don't have a bank full of respect for what Ben Johnson is doing with the Chicago Bears. That program has absolutely gotten turned around, and he is the biggest reason why. Also, the quarterback, Caleb Williams, there's a lot to like when it comes to his overall game. Okay. Now that we done got the pomp and circumstance out of the way, we're going to get to the meat and potatoes. Pat Costello, if you will.
Number 5.
The LA Rams. The current number 1 seed in the NFC that bounced back in a big way over the Arizona Cardinals, scoring a season-high 45 points and racking up over 500 yards of offense. They rushed for 250 yards, which was the most in a game from a McVay-coached team since Pete Todd Gurley in 2018. Throughout the season, my biggest concern was this team's inability to be able to run the football and close out games. They did that on Sunday. Something to keep an eye on is McVay's usage of 13 personnel. That's 1 wide receiver, 3 tight ends. That's 1 back, 3 tight ends, excuse me. They ran 13 personnel, a season high, 40 snaps against Arizona. As a matter of fact, LA's 4 highest point totals this season coincide with the 4 games with the most snaps of 13 personnel. Having Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams on the field at the same time is great, but what truly makes the Rams offense scary is if they give Matthew Stafford a dominant running game. The LA Rams checking in at number 5.
Very quickly, I hope the Philadelphia Eagles are listening, and what CC just said you should do for your offense. That's what you should do. Just 3 tight ends, extra blockers, make Saquon the star of the offense, let Jalen Hurts work off of that. Rams, I love them in the top 5. I'm surprised they're as low as 5, though.
Really?
Well, I don't know who the top 4 are.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. But it's interesting what you said about the Philadelphia Eagles running out a bunch of tight ends. I mean, the Eagles do have tight ends that they like, right? They got Calcaterra, they got Dallas Goedert. Why not use more multiple tight end sets?
That's why I said that. I'm just one of the great football minds.
No, listen, I understand you agree with the point, but I'm just reiterating.
Thinking aloud.
I'm reiterating.
Yeah.
Like that's a built-in hack that you had.
One would think.
You have athletic big bodies
Under center
at the tight end position that could complement the athletic big bodies that you have on your offensive line.
Number 4.
Okay. The Denver Broncos.
Ooh, a 4.
On Sunday, Denver extended their win streak to 10 straight games, tied with the New England Patriots for the longest active streak in the NFL. They're 9-2 in one-score games this season, and according to our FBI, have a 92% chance to win the AFC West. The schedule down the stretch is brutal. 3 of the 4 remaining opponents have 9 wins, and the other is Kansas City, and that's on the road. Penalties and inconsistency in the run game are concerns, but they have a top 5 defense in yards, points, and sacks, and they're second in fourth quarter point differential. This team's ability to play complementary football in the clutch is what separates them from other contenders. The Denver Broncos checking in at the 4 spot in my power rankings.
I'm a little surprised that they are as low as they are. I thought the Broncos would be higher, 11-2, and arguably the toughest division in football. I mean, you can make the case for the NFC North, certainly, but they have been unbelievable. As you said, winning 10 in a row. I thought maybe they'd be a little higher.
No. Well, I mean, if you put them higher, then that means you have to drop somebody that's in my top 3 down, and I'm not willing to do that.
Well, let's hear who it is.
Okay.
Number 3.
The New England Patriots. The bye week came at the perfect time as they expect multiple starters back on both sides of the ball in Week 15 when they play host to the Buffalo Bills. The Patriots can put a stranglehold on the division with a win. However, New England is currently a home dog in this matchup. That means that MVP frontrunner Drake May will have a huge opportunity to prove that Week 5 wasn't a fluke when he bested the reigning defending MVP in Orchard Park. If the Most Valuable Player award is based around a narrative, another player would be hard-pressed to come up with a better one than May if he leaves Gillette Stadium 12-2 on Sunday. The New England Patriots checking in at 3 on my power ranking.
I'm nervous for this Sunday as a Pats fan. I think the fourth quarter for the Bills against the Bengals may be one that we look back upon in January and February. I think the Bills, it feels like that fourth quarter, the 2 interceptions in the snow, the way they come back from 28-18 down, that's what gets me nervous about Sunday for the Patriots, and the injuries, they're still not getting back Will Campbell, and they're still not getting back Milton Williams. So that, to me, is what's really scary. That's your two best linemen on either side of the ball, arguably, in that spot. The two highest paid, I should say, on either side of the ball.
All right, keeping it moving.
Number 2.
The Green Bay Packers, Michelle Smallman, take them out. I know you're our resident Packer backer. Your team is up here in my power rankings at the number 2 spot. Green Bay is 4-0 against division opponents and in first place in the NFC North, which might be the second most competitive division in all of football. Jordan Love had his second straight game with 3+ touchdown passes. He's heating up at the right time. Since week 8, Love leads the NFL in QBR and is second in touchdown passes. Some say it's Toyotathon. I say it's Christian Watson. Watson is top 5 in touchdown catches during that span, and the offense for the Packers is top 5 in explosive passes and offensive touchdowns. So I don't think it's a coincidence that Jordan Love is playing his best football now that number 9 is back in the lineup. Christian Watson is a take the top off for the defense type of receiver and creates so much room for other players to work underneath. The best defensive player in football, not named Myles Garrett, also resides in Green Bay in Micah Parsons. What's fascinating about where the Packers stand is that the division is going to come down to what happens in Week 16 when they have the rematch between them and the Chicago Bears in Soldier Field. The Green Bay Packers right now checking in at 2 on this week's Power Rankings.
Based on everything you just said, I'm floored that they're not number 1, and it's not just because I'm being Harry at the Homer over here. Jordan Love looks amazing. The offense is clicking. The defense has been great all season long. Jeff Hafley has that unit flying around. They just had a huge, huge division win over the Chicago Bears. I don't even know who could be ahead of them.
Would you like me to tell you who's ahead of them?
I would.
Okay.
Number 1.
The Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, my God.
The Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, my God. What are you doing?
My power rankings. The Seattle Seahawks can do it with special teams. Block the field goal and let the Atlanta Falcons. They return to kickoff 100 yards. Rashid Shaheed, Jackson Smith, and Jigba might be the best non-quarterback on the offensive side of the ball in the entire NFL. They are third in explosive plays on offense. Their defense is outstanding. They always show up and pitch shutouts. They are top 2 in scoring defense. They are top 6 in yards allowed. They are top 5 in takeaways. The Seattle Seahawks are number 1 in my Week 15 power rankings. And what makes it fascinating is that I believe the number 1 seed in the entire conference is going to come down to the Seattle Seahawks and their rematch against the Los Angeles Rams in a couple of weeks. So they play the Rams in Seattle on Thursday Night Football in Week 16. That will decide not only the NFC West, but that will decide the number 1 seed in the NFC. Seattle Seahawks tops in this week's Power Rankings.
Seattle number 1.
Do you trust the quarterback?
The Ghostbuster.
Do you trust the quarterback?
All of a sudden, Sam Darnold's going to be a Ghostbuster?
Yeah.
Who are you going to call?
I'm choosing to believe.
Ghostbusters?
The Rams already beat them.
I'm choosing to believe in Sam Darnold. I'm choosing to believe in Seattle.
This feels like a
Seahawks.
personal attack against me and specifically my quarterback, Jordan Love.
888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. We'll get your reactions as well. 1 in, 1 out. Your reactions to the power rankings. Seattle, the Ghostbusters, number 1. Green Bay, 2. New England, 3. Denver, 4. Rams, 5. 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. 1 in, 1 out. Power rankings. Dr. Pepper call online coming up next. We're on Sportsman Like, presented by Progressive Insurance.
A Jimmy V Classic doubleheader.